channel. We're testing a couple of things today. Actually, we're not testing, we're comparing. Yes, we are testing one thing. I'm trying out the built-in microphone system in the Pimax crystal headset. I haven't used it before because I found it difficult to set up, and I'm still not sure it's working properly, so I guess we'll find out with this short video. And then we're going to do a comparison of the experience in VR compared from the plastic 35 pixels per degree lenses to the 35 pixels per degree lenses that are glass. And there are some significant differences, but I'm not convinced there's a whole lot of difference in overall quality. The glass lenses can do more, and we'll talk about that. But in terms of quality, you know, I don't really think it's a whole lot better than the glass in the glass lenses than in the plastic. In fact, I remember being, you know, a little bit surprised that I didn't see this huge improvement that other people talked about when I put the glass lenses in. They were good, but at the time I installed them, of course, eye tracking hadn't been brought online yet. It wasn't finished, and so we couldn't do automatic IPD adjustment, and we couldn't use the really neat function the crystal has that monitors where your eyes are in relation to the center of the optical lenses. I suppose there are no such thing as non-optical lenses now. Anyway, it tells you when you need to recenter the headset to get your eyes right behind the optical center. But I really don't. Once you get used to where to put the headset on your head, and you have your IPD set correctly, and mine is, you know, around 58, which is on the low side. I really struggled with the 8KX because it really would only physically adjust to about 70 or 71 millimeters on the IPD. I had to do software corrections within PyTools. You can still do that within the Pimax client, but I don't need to. Okay, we've been flying around a bit. Things look clear, really clear actually. Even the glare on the canopy looks real to me. I feel like I can reach out and grab the wingtip on either side. Edge-to-edge clarity is quite good. And remember, when you're looking out in real life, you don't have edge-to-edge clarity there either, because your vision will degrade a little bit out to the edges of your vision, the periphery, as it were. Especially if you wear glasses, as I did for many, many years. All right, let's switch over to the glass lenses and see how that goes. All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm putting the crystal headset on. I've already done the eye tracking calibration. Tells me that my eyes are in the correct spot. So maybe I should just walk through that with you. So here's the screen for the Pimax client. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. I've got my headset off and I'm using the headset microphone. So I don't like using the desktop program. I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm holding the headset up in front of my face and looking at the flat screen, which is kind of an imbecilic thing to do, but I'm not ready to try and figure out all that stuff. Under device settings, if we go to device, you can see that I've got eye tracking on, auto IPD adjustment, so it'll automatically set itself for the correct IPD for me, and it'll remind me to put the headset on properly so that the optical center is right in front of my eyes, or to put it more accurately, so that my eyes are centered behind the optical center of the lenses. It's funny what a huge difference that makes. Now I'm just going to start DCS here. Here we are. So let's do that. And I hope the audio is okay as I hold this headphone up. Now I'm going to minimize everything on the screen. Because DCS kind of goes nuts if it's not the top screen on your flat screen. It'll stop working and tell you that there's a frame out of focus. But what it really means is, hey, you got to make me the top screen. I'm the top dog here. All right, so headset on again, and once again it wants me to adjust it. There, I've got it in a perfect position. Fairly comfortable with my comfort kit, which I recommend. I'll hit the 5 key on the numeric keypad to center my view. That looks good. Let's go into instant action, and we'll do exactly what we did for part 1. Christian Eagle, takeoff, and a little circuit while we talk about the difference between the plastic 35 ppd and the glass ppd. And let me know what you think of the audio too, because I am using the Crystal's built-in microphone. I know a lot of people use it, and I've had trouble getting it to work, but with this latest software upgrade, it seems to have installed itself perfectly. So I'm thinking, all right, let's try it. I know that the quality won't be as good as my studio microphone. I don't see how it possibly could be, because the studio microphone cost about as much as the headset, maybe a little more. But I use it for work, so what the heck. All right, so here we are. Do I notice a difference? Well, when I first got the glass lenses, I have to admit that I didn't notice much of a difference. Because at that time, eye tracking didn't exist. I mean, it existed, but it hadn't been implemented yet. And so you didn't have the automatic IPD tool, and you didn't have the, hey, your eyeballs aren't centered tool, is what I call it. Oh, come on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good thing I wasn't chewing gum. Talking, flying, and chewing gum would have been a complete disaster. And in the tower, they're laughing and wincing. Anyway, as I was saying, before those technical attributes, abilities were available, and I had to set IPD manually and kind of guess it, what the best spot was for the headset in front of my eyes. I thought the plastic and the glass lenses were almost identical, just slightly better. Now with the glass lenses, I put them back in, and we've got eye tracking again. And with the eye tracking, now I can see that there is a noticeable difference between what I was seeing in the plastic lenses and what I'm seeing through the glass lenses. But I think if we'd had auto IPD, if the plastic lenses had the sensors that allow IPD adjustment and eye tracking, and all the automatic stuff that comes with it, the difference might not be that great. I'm not sure. I know this looks wonderful, though. I think it is a little bit better than the plastic lenses. But the great thing about the glass lenses is what it allows you to do. The eye tracking brings with it a host of features: automatic adjustment, making sure your eyes are centered, which is really important with these glass lenses. The aspheric lenses, whether they're Pimaxes or Varios or whoever's, and there are going to be a couple of headsets coming out with them, I think. Maybe the Somnium too. The VR, is that the VR1 from Somnium? It looks like an amazing headset. It's coming. But anyway, it'll have aspheric lenses too, I think. And you really want to be sure that your eyes are in the center. Otherwise, you do start to get some distortions and weird things happening, you know. Anyway, that's the difference. I think I really do prefer the glass 35 ppd lenses to the plastic 42 ppd lenses. Because again, they didn't have the ability to take advantage of eye tracking, and they really do narrow the field of view horizontally. Vertically it's still excellent, but horizontally it's not as good. And for me, even the Crystal isn't quite good enough in horizontal field of view. I'm looking forward to trying the wider lenses. But even if they get that field of view out to 114 or even 120 degrees horizontally, I'm still going to be looking forward to the 12K. So I need that wide field of view. Well, we'll see if I can land. this thing. It's a twitchy little airplane, not nearly as twitchy in here as it is in real life. I flew one for about 10 minutes with a friend of mine who owned one, and it was a beautiful airplane to fly, but I had to fly it with basically one finger on the stick because it was so easy to over control. It was so sensitive. I'm just going to slip forward, do a forward slip here. Try and loosen off too a little more quickly. Anyway, I remember trying to turn into a medium bank, not a steep bank, just a medium bank in the Christen Eagle, and I just about put us in a spiral dive. It was so sensitive. A lot more sensitive than it is in here, but I think if they made the Christen Eagle in DCS as sensitive as in real life, geez, I don't know if it would be flyable. In a game. I mean, it was tough enough in real life with a full-size joystick. But the game-size joysticks exaggerate control sensitivity. Because moving them a millimeter is like moving them an inch in real life. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I just touched the left wheel first, but that's okay. Now we'll see. I'm just gonna chop things here, and we'll just coast along here by the light of the moon. Well, not the moon. By the light of the DCS sky. I really admire the way both DCS and Asobo have upgraded the sim. Flight Sim 2020 and DCS. They're just so good in the Crystal now. I mean, DCS has done a terrific job of updating the game. It's the best military airplane simulator there is, as far as I'm concerned. IL-2 is a lot of fun for World War II and World War I stuff, but for flat-out challenge, and I think the most demanding level of realism in terms of the way the planes feel, DCS is the champ for me. Anyway, 35 ppd glass lenses, yeah, they're better than the plastic. Not as much better as people say, but the fact that they can do the eye tracking thing makes all the difference in the world. If the next set of lenses you ordered doesn't come with eye tracking, like they're plastic and don't have any eye tracking sensors, don't get them. Because it's an outdated thing now with the Tobii eye tracking built in, the 35 ppd glass lenses, and then when they arrive, the glass lenses with a slightly wider field of view are the way to go if you can get eye tracking with them. But certainly I would start with the 35 ppd glass lenses, and that's probably the sweet spot for the Pimax Crystal headset. And we'll see what we get for new headsets in the coming year. I think it's going to be really exciting. There's a lot of new stuff coming. I wish I could afford to try the Vario stuff. I'm really looking forward to the Somnium. And we'll see what Big Screen does, too, in their next iteration. There's just so much happening in VR that it's a really exciting time to be in the hobby. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. You probably felt that way about 5 minutes ago, so I'm going to stop the video now and say thank you for watching. I hope you'll come back and join me again. Take care. We'll talk soon.